What is up, y'all? This is going to be a pretty quick and simple one, but this is something I've been wondering about basically since the TrainerRoad AI FTP detection thing came out, and this was kind of the perfect chance for me to test it out. I'm coming off a couple injuries, which you know about if you've been watching the channel, and I think this will answer a question I've had, which is like, how does the TrainerRoad AI FTP detection stack up to a traditional ramp test like the one found in Zwift? And also, like, where am I at? Kind of set the table for where my level is coming back outside into a bunch of new race videos. I've got so much race footage that I'm sitting on right now. I've raced 5 times in the last 10 days. So I actually had to use the AI FTP detection in TrainerRoad a few months ago because I was coming back from zero. I had just gotten a titanium plate in my ankle, so I couldn't pedal that hard for a long time. And then I also had an AC joint separation on my right shoulder. So using that FTP, I did about a 5-week block of Sweet Spot, mostly in TrainerRoad, partially because the workout selection is so much better than in Zwift. You can see I'm struggling here to find the ramp test because the workouts are so poorly categorized in Zwift. So at this point, TrainerRoad has a really good data set. I've been working out in their app a ton for weeks previous to doing this, and then I've also been doing my outside rides with power pedals. Those are all feeding into the app. So the plan for today is simple. I am going to do a ramp test in Zwift, and before I upload that ramp test, I will open TrainerRoad and hit the AI FTP detection button. So TrainerRoad will have every ride I have done recently to base my FTP on except for this FTP test, and I want to see what the delta between those two is. Ouch. That was the first time I had gone over threshold for a significant period of time in a couple of months, so that really hurt. I'm pretty proud of how far I made it though. Time to click on this and see where my FTP ended up. Okay, so 294 does seem a little bit generous. Around 300 is generally where I get to where I'm kind of peak fitness, so that seems a little bit high. Now, I'm surprised to see it being high. Normally, I think I ramp test a little bit high because I'm kind of a VO2 max adapted athlete, and the ramp test skews a little VO2 max heavy, but I have not done VO2 max at all at this point since December 10th, and this is the middle of March. So before I end this Zwift ride, I am opening up TrainerRoad on the same computer, and I'm going to hit the AI FTP detection button, and we will see what we get for a difference. So I expected this one to be a touch lower, but it came out significantly lower than what I was expecting based on where that ramp test landed. So TrainerRoad says 281 for the new FTP, and you'll notice it said 273 for my old FTP. I was really surprised that 273 was so high, given that I was like almost a full month completely off the bike, and then just a little bit of easy spinning. I mean, like insanely easy spinning with a surgery like recovery boot on one leg. Other than the fact that I hadn't been riding, TrainerRoad really didn't have a way to know that I had had surgery. My leg had been immobile and like fully atrophied. Like I had no calf muscle at the point that it gave me that 273 FTP. So here's my takeaway. I think that the AI FTP detection on TrainerRoad is a little bit conservative. It doesn't want to adjust your FTP up or down very much. It wants to kind of keep you in a range that it knows you can handle. I think that does make sense given that TrainerRoad's main goal is to keep you compliant on productive workouts. It's going to keep you in a range that it knows you've handled before, so theoretically you should be able to handle again. That does leave me with the question, what FTP am I going to use? So I'm going to adjust it down a touch from that 294. I'm going to split the difference here with 287, maybe 288. I think I'm rounding up one. But yeah, we're going to go with 288, call it a day. My weight has come down a little bit from that 62 kgs. Weighed myself today, and I was at 60.5, which brings me to 4.76 watts per kilo. A pretty good, solid starting point for getting back into hard training and hard racing. Hopefully it only goes up from there. And also FTP is not the only measure. I got to work on my repeatable VO2 max power. Thankfully, that generally comes back pretty quickly for me after all these years of cyclocross. So that's where I'm at. We're going into a bunch of race videos. I'm going to have new American Peloton, was out at Speed Week. ton of stuff to talk about. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Thanks for checking in, and see you guys on the next one.